Well, welcome to another game testing video with our Ryzen 4500U Vega 6 on our Lenovo Ideapad 5 that we've been testing here on the channel. This is our 512GB SSD, 8GB RAM model. We will be at 720p lowest settings with a 1080p benchmark thrown in there just for you to have a comparison. The game's not really that playable at 1080p, so I'm not going to do any gameplay that way. So let's go ahead and get into Farcry 5. Alright, so jumping into our settings to start off, we're going to do two quick benchmarks, 720p, 1080p, lowest settings. You can see here we're starting at 720p. I'll show you here we're running all low on our settings. These will be identical for both benchmarks. And then we'll get into some gameplay areas, and you'll see how this runs at 720p low. Very playable experience. This is a great time. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so you know when I drop new videos. Give this video a thumbs up and leave me your comment below. All that stuff helps out the channel a lot, and it lets me know what you're thinking of the videos and what you're wanting to see in the future. Doing a lot of these Ryzen videos right now. There's a lot of other content I'm working on as well. So that's going to wrap up our 720p benchmark. Next, we're going to go ahead and jump into the settings. The only change we're going to make is our resolution. So we're going to go to 1080p, leave everything else the same, all those settings identical, and we will run this again before we jump over into some gameplay. So now you can see here right off the bat we're about 21 FPS slower on the start. So we were starting at about 23 instead of 44, and then you're going to be in the teens out here, which is why I'm saying 1080p is not really a way to go, and if you try to raise the settings you get a similar result in 720p. If you want to maintain that 30 plus experience, 720p lowest settings, there you go, it'll work great. You'll be able to play it on here just fine. Alright, so let's go ahead and jump into some of the gameplay. This will be our 720p lowest settings gameplay. A little bit of flying, a little bit of walking, some combat, some driving in a truck. A lot of great stuff in the beginning of the game to see some different areas of gameplay, and a fairly decent experience at 720p for sure. No major issues, especially with playing at 30 plus FPS.
Center down. Alright, roger that.
What I really like about this Ryzen 4000 series and this 4500U I've been able to test is that even on games where I'll get like a really low frame rate, or I might be trying to play 720p and getting a lower frame rate, I don't get the stutters and jitters and things you get with an older CPU like an AMD FX 4100 or something that would struggle, especially because of that per core speed, a little bit of issue. So when low FPS would often equal a lot of stuttering and issues. With this system, even if you're at like 18 FPS, you can tell you're at really low frame rate, but it doesn't like stutter and jump around the screen or hitch up, because the CPU side, it's not having any problem. Because it's all just more of a graphics side. When I say it stays a smooth experience, I don't mean it's high FPS. I just mean you're not getting all of those little hiccups that you get with the older CPUs that just can't deal with it. So when you get those low FPS, it often means your CPU is giving you a problem. Not the case here at all with these 4000 series.
Jesus Christ, you're wearing badges, aren't you?
Yeah, but they don't respect badges much out here.
expect a 9mm.
Not every problem can be solved with a bullet, Marshal. Okay now.
Are they here for the father? They need to leave us in peace. Calm down. The father will do something. We can't let them.
Whoa, Marshal. When we do this, we do it my way. Quietly. Calmly. You got it?
Fine.
Hudson on the door. Watch our backs. Don't let any of these people get in. Rookie, on me. And you, just try not to do anything stupid.
Relax, Sheriff. You're about to get your name in the paper. You'll be fine. We gotta get the fuck out of here.
Marshal, take point. We're going right.
On it.
Stay on the path, Rookie.
Back up! Back up! What are you doing? Everyone, feet back!
Rookie, keep up.
I am a federal marshal. I'm ordering you to stand back.
Stay down.
Stand back! Get back! Get the fuck back!
Come on, get in.
Alright, so we're going to kind of fast forward through just a little bit of this right here. But you got to see a little bit of different when we landed, walking, getting that guy out of there, crashing in the helicopter, all running just fine. And now we're going to go over to just a little bit of gun combat here at the house. And then we're going to jump into the truck, which is really cool. See how well everything runs at that fast pace. And it does really well. So definitely stay here, check out the rest of it. It's not much longer to go. Check out this gunplay. And check out the truck scene, and then we'll wrap it up.
I got the keys for the truck. Cover me.
Alright, so here we go. We're going to jump in the truck. This is going to be the last scene of the game test video. You can see the frame rates throughout this entire video have been pretty darn steady. I was a little concerned with the fast pace of this scene towards the end of the beginning of the game here. And really no problems at all. So check this out. It's pretty cool. Lots of shooting, explosions, and driving around, and no real issues with the system at all. So this game is definitely very playable for you at 720p lowest. I think pretty much no matter what you're up to or where you're at in the game, you're going to do just fine.
There's a case of dynamite.
Alright guys, we are getting closer to the end of the video here. I hope this gave you a good idea how Far Cry 5 will run on a Ryzen 4500U with 8 gigs of system RAM. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, click that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, give this video a thumbs up, and leave me your comment down below. Thanks again for coming to check out the video, and I will catch you in the next one.